form. I mean, as we heard Freak say it, they're still yet to lose a game in playoffs as a team.
Yeah, and both Meteos and Sneaky have yet to die in this playoffs yet. There's 29 KDA there in that 3 games for Meteos, and a 39 for Sneaky. They just had great positioning. Meteos, he was on point with his cocoons. That's why they banned Elise game 2. Just really great performances there across the board. We just can't praise them enough for their sweep of Curse.
And probably Cloud9 seems to be back at that point that we saw, a couple splits ago where there are too many threats on the team to ban out, right? Balls is ready to make plays. We see Sneaky with a 39 KDA. High there in the mid lane was just dominating as well as creating great calls for the team. So what is going to be the approach here by TSM in order to take them out in the finals?
I'm not really sure. The mid lane meta really favors High, but also Bjergsen. So I'll be very surprised if Zed's let through for either team. And I think the game is going to kind of live or die on the junglers. If Meteos is able to get ganks off, I don't think TSM can come back. But if Amazing's on Lee Sin, on Nunu, one of those champions that he's more comfortable with, I think they can get an early lead with that and then maybe have higher chances of winning.
All right. Well, once again, let's take a look at who will be joining Team Solomid and Cloud9 at the World Championship. Representing the European LCS, it's Alliance, Fnatic, and SK Gaming. From GPL, it's the Taipei Assassins and AHQ. And taking the international wildcard spots are Turkey's Dark Passage and Brazil's Kaboom Esports. Then from Korea, we have Samsung Blue, Samsung White, and Najin White Shield. And last but not least, it's Edward Gaming from China, where there are still 2 seats at Worlds up for grabs. Now to share some final thoughts on today's action, let's check in with Freak and Kobe. Hey guys, now the more that things have changed, the more they seem to stay the same. Once again, we have a playoff finals with TSM and Cloud9. And it's 2 very different semifinals that we had today. One that really put TSM through their paces and one that showed Cloud9's dominance. So Kobe, who's got the edge?
Well, after Cloud9's performance, you really have to give them an edge. I mean, the momentum coming out of a sweep like that, and you also have to worry about what teams are going to do against Cloud9 in picks and bans because there's so many things that you do have to worry about.
It's true, and it's going to be fun to watch for how the battles go because you've got these 2 great assassin mid laners, and that's going to be a fun battle to watch in those 2 guys.
All right, and then we have LMQ and Curse that have to turn it around and battle for that 3rd place spot and the last spot at Worlds. So, Freak, you're going to be casting that series. What do you expect to see?
I expect to see Curse lift their spirits back up. If you think back to Super Week, they lost their very first game against Complexity and then still made it a 3-1 week for them. So I think Curse still have the ability to recover. LMQ looked super tilted at the end of that game. I think they can recover as well. It's just going to be really hard fought, and I don't know. I just got to see whose style works better.
Yeah, and I do like this matchup because they are going to be, once again, fighting over Tristana. And the picks and bans, I feel like, against LMQ will be easier for Curse to actually think through.
I think so, too.
Well, thank you for the insight, guys, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for some more exciting games. Now let's pull up the playoff bracket as it continues to get colored in. We now have our 2 finalists. Team Solomid and Cloud9 have already guaranteed their spot at Worlds, but will go head-to-head to fight for the title of Summer Split Champions. A very important distinction. That means LMQ and Team Curse will face off tomorrow in a best-of-5 battle for 3rd place and for the final ticket to the World Championships. Now, we'll be bringing you that showdown tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Central European. And that's going to do it for us today. So a very special thank you to Prawley for joining us on the analyst desk and sharing his insight. Now, on behalf of myself, Zyrene, Freak, Kobe, Jat, Riv, and the entire live broadcast crew, thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.